Hi, so this is a demo for the Twitter application using Phoenix and Elixir. So Phoenix is a web-based framework which we have used, and we have implemented most of the Twitter like functionalities. For example, sending tweet to a user, adding some hashtags, mentioning a user, and then the live feeds and live connection and disconnection of user. And the user will be having subscriber according to a zweb distribution. That is, some user will be having very huge number of subscriber and some will be having just normal number of subscriber. So let's quickly go through the code. So the first thing that we have to do in the project is we have to start the server. So the server will be started using the mix Phoenix server command. So let me not start it now, but then brief you about the code. Okay. And then, so the first thing, like if in any Phoenix application or Elixir application, when we start the server, it will start the application module. So in the application module, the start method gets invoked, and then we start the endpoint module using the supervisor. So the endpoint is very special class which specify at what address the socket is created and then how the socket will be listened to. And then like we have created some channels. For example, the user socket channel is created by default, and here we specify that there is a channel called Twitter, and then the server channel module will actually be handling when a connection comes to the Twitter channel. Okay, so for example, when anyone wants to join, the join is called, and then like any particular request is being handled by the handle.in. Okay, so let me start the server and then show you briefly how it works, and then I will go through the code once again. So this starts the server. Okay, so here we will see that the server is initialized, and then it is open to accepting connections, and then there are some server statistics, user count, tweet rate, and all. So for launching the simulator, we have to just launch this web page. Okay, so this web page starts the simulator, and also it starts the simulator with a given set of users, that is 500, which is hard coded, and 8 tweets, but these can also be launched from a console, and then these numbers can be changed. So we see that there are so many tweets, hashtags, and all the things that are happening. So this will stop once all those 500 have done their 8 tweets. So we see that they now almost it has stopped. Okay, and so we see that we are sending a tweet to a particular user, and then with some hashtag, and then like for example, we are adding the hashtag when the tweet contains a hashtag, and then like mention, I'm not able to find the log here for mention, but if a user is offline, then once it gets online, we give it all the messages, all the tweets that it has received. So it waits, the server holds those messages, and then sends them. So let's go back to the code. Okay, so when the Phoenix server was started, it also did one thing, that it initialized some of the server components. For example, server.start. So there are some persistence components, stats components. So every functionality is segregated. So the operation services is the main module, which is actually responsible for all the Twitter related functionalities. So like, and then there is the handle request method, which actually like provides service to the client whenever the client asked to log in or log out, and these kind of things. And then like if we go to the simulator, so the simulator is started with some given user number set of users, and then it does all the distribution, sets all the username, subscribers, and all, and then it starts the process of each user will be sending a tweet. Okay, and then we also manage some of the live connection disconnection in like for example, you can see here. Okay, and then it uses the user operation class to handle all the messages from client to the server. Okay, so we also see that the statistics in the server were initially like those started with 0 count, and then those increased to 500 count, and then the users were first online, all were online, and then once they did their process, they became offline slowly, and then everyone was almost offline. Okay, and so yeah, so like this is the most of the things. So some of the other things, like for example, the socket.js is used to connect to that channel, and then the basic UI is developed. Okay, so we did not develop a very big UI, but stored these things in the console, which can